Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Level Up Tactical, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about buying a new firearm. If you're a first-time shooter and you've shot before, but you've never actually owned a firearm, so you've gone out to the range with your friends, and everybody's got a sidearm pistol or whatever. They're all going out shooting, and you usually go and hang out and borrow somebody's secondary or backup and shoot with that. And it's time for you to purchase your own. Here are some tips that would be useful to you, okay? When it comes to buying a firearm, it's similar to like buying a car, especially when you ask people for advice. Everybody seems to want to push you in the direction of what's good, what they think is good, okay? And I'm guilty of it too. I mean, my personal experience, my personal preference is to shoot a SIG. I've always shot SIGs, I've shot Glocks, I've shot Smith & Wessons. I actually just don't like them. It doesn't feel natural to me. It doesn't feel comfortable to shoot a Glock or a Smith. I mean, the Smith & Wesson's not bad. The M&P 9 is not bad, but it just feels in the hand, to me, it just doesn't feel good. And the same with the Ruger. I've shot the Ruger, I've shot a Taurus. It's just, you know, I've gone around the room with everything. And I've always come back to a SIG. So when everybody asks me what do I recommend for them to shoot, I always tell them that my personal preference is a SIG. However, I do suggest that they go and shoot as many pistols or handguns as possible. Go to a range and that rents pistols and rent and shoot a box of each, a box of ammo in each, and various calibers too, because you never know. You know, I personally, again, I like to shoot a 40 Smith & Wesson. And I do have a 9. I shoot my 40 more than I do the 9. The 9's a little bit more economical to shoot. I don't own a 45 at the moment, although a 1911 is looking promising. So I don't know. But the basic idea here is for you to go out as a consumer. Again, being an informed shopper, I always push this with every video that I talk about purchasing new equipment. Be an informed consumer. Do some research. Having the coolest looking firearm is not necessarily having the best firearm for you. Okay, go out, try some firearms. If you go out with your friends shooting, ask each person who has a different type of firearm, pistol, to shoot it. See how it feels. See how the grip is. How it feels in your hand. Does it feel good? Okay. You may get something that feels like a toy. I mean, my personal experience when I was looking for 22 caliber pistols for training and plinking purposes, I went through everything. I mean, I took the M&P 22, the little sidearm, the small one, the compact, the full size, the SIG Mosquito, the 2022, a 6-hour 2022 with a 22 caliber conversion kit, a 250 P250 with a conversion, the Glock. I tested them all. And I ended up buying actually M&P 22, the little compact, and I regret it. I regret it because it just feels like a toy. It's small. It feels like it's real thin. It's real compact. I mean, if a 22 had any real stopping power, it would make a great carry pistol. But it's essentially a plinking or starter pistol, and that's what I use it for when I do training with my partner. Karis, we're training new shooters. I'll bring the 22 out to the range and let them first-time shooters shoot the 22. So it's kind of like a loaner training tool for me now. But I kind of regret buying it. I don't use it for anything else. Now, like I said, try out whatever's out there. Go to a range, rent a pistol, try it, shoot a box of ammo in it, through it, see how it feels, see how you like it, the mechanics of it. Most cases, the range will give you some training or introductory minute or two on the pistol that you're renting, so you're a little bit familiar with how to use it. So it gives you a nice little insight on how it is, and then find what feels great and feels right for you. And obviously, your price is going to be a big determining factor too. Everybody seems to pick up a Kember and love it, or pick up a SIG P229 and be like, wow, this is phenomenal. And then you look at the price tag and you're like, next year. So. Look for what feels right for you, okay? And some of the tips that you want to make sure of, and I'm going to show you here. This is my SIG P3 P3. Did it again. Sig Sauer P320 in 9mm. Now this one is has upgraded sights on it. It's got a fiber optic sight on it. And there's no difference between this and their all black one. It's just the grip frame's a little bit different. And like I said, my sights are different. Okay, so we can all see that's clear here. No ammo in the mag or anything like that. Okay, so for me, the P320, when I grip it and I post with it, it's real comfortable to me. You know, I don't find anything, any other sidearm that I've picked up, you know, outside of the P229, which is my absolute favorite, that feels as comfortable in the hand as a P320 does to me. Now, I've found that a number of my friends who shoot Glocks have picked up or used my man, I just can't speak today at all, my P320s, and they all love them. A couple of those people have actually went out and purchased P320s after they've shot mine for a couple times. It just feels nice in the hand. You know, it's ergonomic. It's very, very versatile as far as it goes. And again, I say it every time, I'm not sponsored by SIG. You know, I'm not sponsored at all. So, you know, this is my own personal opinion here, okay? But it's modular, it's compact, it's small, feels good in the hand, it's got a decent weight to it. It does have a polymer frame, a metal slide, which was important to me. I like the ability to be modular. Now this is an older one. I mean, I got this probably when they first came out, so it does have the older slide catch. I do need to upgrade that at some point, but you know, it doesn't bother me. You know, the slide doesn't lock, you know, doesn't miss or whatever when I'm shooting, so I'm fine with it the way it is. I mean, I don't have to upgrade it, but I probably should just to keep it up to date. And I just like the way that it feels. Now the P229, which is a very similar feel, has a more aggressive stippling on the grip, so it feels more aggressive to me. It's a grippier. I tend to like that one to shoot that pistol more in the summertime when it's real hot and real sweaty out. I can do some more stippling to this grip, which I think I may do this summer, but I'm not. You know, I could just use the other one. But in any case, when shopping for the sidearm or a pistol, whatever it may be, try out different brands. Don't go by just what your buddy says. Oh, my Glock 19 is the best, or my Glock 17. Listen, try out different pistols. Okay, you know the differences with this P320 and a Glock is the beaver tail. Okay, most Glocks, your hand sits a little higher up there. They have something what's called Glock bite, which almost every Glock shooter has experienced at some point in their life. You know, and the angle of the grip is different. Okay, the angle of the grip is a little bit more slanted, a little bit more aggressive. So for me, this is more comfortable than sitting like this. Okay, so it's hard to explain. I'd have to have a Glock here to show you, but this is more comfortable to me than the Glock. It may be different for you. Okay, and very well, it is for a lot of people. Glocks feel more comfortable. Some people can't handle a SIG. They just don't like the way it feels. They don't like the higher center of gravity. They don't like the higher aim points. They don't like that stuff. It's all personal preference. Don't buy a sidearm or a rifle or anything for that matter. A bow and arrow. Don't buy that unless you feel comfortable with it. You feel like you're going to be able to use it the way it's intended and be comfortable with it and not regret it. Okay? If you guys have any questions on purchasing a firearm, whether it be a pistol or a rifle, whatever it may be, post the comments below. You can message me on social media. You can send me an email through the website. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can. Again, these are just some quick thoughts on suggestions on what to do when you're buying a firearm. Buy what you want. Buy what's comfortable for you. Buy something you're going to enjoy shooting because it's an investment, and you don't want to spend money on something that you're not going to use. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and shoot straight.